Major support has been provided by Chevron, the Kern County Superintendent of Schools, Edison International, Valley Strong Credit Union, California Resources Corporation, Panama Buena Vista Union School District, and the Kern High School District. With additional production assistance provided by these supporters of education in Kern County and throughout the state of California.
All right, welcome out everybody. We're here out on 18th Street here in Bakersfield, California with Nick Boone from, is it Ascend Real Estate?
Ascend Real Estate and Property
Nick, how are you doing
Good,
this morning?
how are you?
Good, so Nick, beautiful house behind us.
Thank you, yes.
Who are you and what do you do?
So my name is Nick Boone. I own Ascend Real Estate and Property Management, and we do house sales, we manage properties, we flip properties, which we'll see in just a second, and do some construction on the side as well.
This house, did you buy it as is? Did it look like this when you bought it?
It did not look like this when we bought it.
So it did not look this nice the first time you rolled up to it and were like,
Absolutely
I want to buy this property.
No, so when I purchase properties, I look for dilapidated properties in great areas that I could really build up with the neighborhood and kind of showcase and let everybody see what it could be.
Okay, so then as a real estate agent, as someone who is looking to invest in a property, you're not looking so much for a buy and quick sell, more of the investment opportunity, like you said.
Correct. So I'll buy it at a discount and then put a bunch of money and work and time into it, and then obviously sell it for more than I have into it.
Okay, so this house behind us is not going to be a quick sell. It's going to be was it a flip? Is that considered the term for it?
Yep, so this will be a flip where I buy it lower than I'm selling it for and obviously try to make some money at the end of the day. So this will be considered a flip.
Let's go inside and see what you've done so far.
Sounds good.
After you, sir.
Thank you.
So we're walking in here. I mean, when you talk about flipping a house, what makes you choose a house? And I guess specifically, why this one?
So this house is what's called Westchester in downtown Bakersfield. Historical area. A lot of people are familiar with the area. We have the Racquet Club right across the street. So a lot of notoriety in this neighborhood specifically. I know past mayors have lived down here, city councilmen, stuff like that. So very, very desirable area for this house.
You know, when people talk about flipping houses, it's usually, like you said, a dilapidated, very deteriorated. I'm looking inside, I mean, it looks like fresh drywall's been put up. So it makes me wonder, how bad was it when you first purchased this property?
This house was one of the worst properties I've ever walked through.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
okay.
So we had, I think we counted 30 cats, a few dogs, 15 to 20 people. It was a very bad house.
With that in mind, your end goal is really invest some money and make sure you're making profit on the back end, right?
That's the ultimate goal. Obviously, profit is driving the investment entirely, but it's also been a really cool, fun project, so I've really enjoyed it.
Home-wise, I mean, was the home structurally sound? Did you have to, from what it looks like, you didn't have to tear it down to the foundation. What were some of the initial things that you said, okay, this has to be done before we can continue working on it?
So a few things we did right off the bat was we actually removed a bunch of walls. We removed this wall, there's a wall in the kitchen that we can go look at, added some bathrooms, really kind of tried to keep the structural integrity and the cool factor of the old house,
right? But
bring it to this century.
A little up to this standard of living. Yeah. Okay. So what's the next major milestone for you in this home before you go to, really start putting the finish in, like painting and everything? What's the next big project you have to complete?
Well, we're painting. So
oh, sweet.
yeah,
Okay,
we're painting upstairs.
Awesome.
Cabinets are going in. Flooring will be going in shortly. We are probably 6 weeks away from being complete.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I look around and I think, okay, I don't know. But again, I don't do this for,
yeah,
it's like,
no.
It's crazy to think, in 6 weeks, this house is ready to sell.
Hope that's the goal. We'll see what we run into.
Okay,
on 100 years of problems, you always run into something that you don't expect. So.
Okay, so let's take a look into the
Sounds
kitchen
good.
here and see what you've got going on in here. Okay, so there we go, painted walls, just like we talked about.
Yep, so the walls are painted, the cabinets are being installed currently. We got to get lights and electrical and all that fun stuff in, but for the most part, we're getting there.
Okay, so really, was this room a kitchen at first, or is it now become a kitchen?
No, this was a kitchen. There was a whole wall here, so everything was very separate, which was traditional for when the house was built. Very separate quarters of every part of the house. Now I've kind of opened everything up because everybody wants that open concept. You want to be able to cook and then still see your dining room. So we kind of changed the whole layout, but kept a lot of the old school layout too. So kind of did a modern update to an old house.
Awesome. Well, when we come back out here to the 18th Street house with Nick Boone from Ascend Realty, we will take a look and figure out where do the numbers come into play when you look at a property this large with this big of an investment. All right, welcome back everybody out here at 18th Street with Nick Boone from Ascend Realty. Nick, great to be back here. And how do you start? I mean, do you just walk in and say, I'll take it because no one else wants it? Is there money involved? Is it a traditional purchase? And then how much goes into this, to get us to this point and then even further?
Yeah, so there's a lot that goes into something like this. When I walk into a property that I'm looking at purchasing to flip, I have to take into account the plumbing, the electrical. Obviously, the house is 100 years old, so it's had a lot of weird things that have happened in the last 100 years. Rooms have been added, rooms have been taken. The house is vastly different than when it was first built. And there's a lot of pieces that have been just kind of pushed together for 100 years that you kind of have to take into account as variable change for once you get the project going.
How much did this home run you? I mean, initial cost, just to buy it as it was.
Yeah.
With all the different crazy things going on with it.
So to purchase the house, it was $231,000.
Okay.
And that was with a completely dilapidated, non-livable house.
So even, a lot of people might hear that number and think, you paid that much for a house you can't live in, not up to code, totally like non-functional. Is it due to the area and just home price, historic value in this part of town?
Yeah, so the goal is obviously to purchase it at that price, put a certain amount of money into it, which we can talk about, and then sell it for more than the repairs and the purchase price.
How much are you into, what's your goal to be into it, and then on the other end, how much are you hoping to sell for?
So I should be, so I paid $231,000 for it. I'm gonna be right around $300,000 in repairs. Flooring again, the drywall, the demo, ton of things involved in just getting the property to start the rehab.
Right, just to at least begin working on
Right.
the construction part of it before you even get to the final result.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm thinking I'll be into it about $530,000, give or take. And the goal is to sell it for around $750,000.
So is that historically accurate? Is that a pretty good average price range for the Westchester area here in Bakersfield?
It is. Obviously, the market's ever changing. So when I started the project, properties were going through the roof and multiple offers, and now it's kind of simmered down. So not a great time to be doing what I'm doing, but hopefully the goal is still to make a little bit of money.
Absolutely. Let's take a walk over here. I know we talk. We look at where do we start. Let's take a look at where are you now?
Yeah, so in here, we have the bathroom that we're gonna be doing. This was actually a library, so we completely converted it to be a bathroom. We're gonna have a vanity, some lights and mirrors. Obviously we have the shower over here with the tub. We did pretty high-end tile and grout and really made this house not a basic flip. We really used high quality materials. We spent a little more money on it because it is a very desirable neighborhood that people really want a high luxury house in.
Okay, so with that money in, what would you say so far has been the room that's most likely going to bring you the most profit?
2 rooms, the kitchen
Okay.
and the master bedroom and master bath.
Are those upstairs or downstairs?
Those are upstairs.
Upstairs. Okay, so someone's walking some stairs every day to get
Yeah,
to
they
go
are,
enjoy those
definitely.
rooms.
Yep.
Okay. Well, if we can, let's go take a look at those rooms and see where they're at right now. And welcome back, everybody. Back out here at 18th Street with Nick Boone and Ascend Realty. Let's go on upstairs and see how things are shaping up. And we've made it up to the top stairs, and it's been an amazing journey seeing where this house has started and where it is now and all the things that have gone into it. We've already looked at the kitchen. Let's head back in here and talk to Nick about the other big selling point of this home. You said it was the master bedroom, the owner's suite, the big bathroom. Why is this another big selling point for you for this property?
So this is just going to be a big selling point for most people. husband and wife spend a lot of time in the kitchen. They obviously spend a lot of time in their own bedroom. So this is who's purchasing the house. The kids don't have any purchasing power at all, so their bedrooms are their bedrooms. This is who is purchasing it. This is who you really want to cater to here.
Look around and I can't imagine where this has started, and to think, oh look, there's paint on the walls, ready for outlets, fixtures are going in, AC vents. It really baffles me that someone, you know, let the house get to this condition and you see it as a hidden gem where most people might drive by and think, they need to tear that thing down. Why is it still standing? But you as an investor see it as a golden opportunity to, one, you know, invest in a property and make money, but two, show everyone that we can keep historic homes. They just need some time, love, and care, and a little bit of money.
Definitely. I mean, that's part of the feel-good feature for me. I really love bringing the house back to a standard that everybody loves to drive by and see, and so it's really cool for me to provide and build Bakersfield up, because Bakersfield's given me everything. So for me to give back and kind of help in a small way, that's really good for me.
Outstanding. Now, buying versus selling, what's that process look like for you? I mean, so when you bought the house, you said $231,000. You know, and hopefully the selling point is right around
$750.
$750, we said. Okay, so when you go to sell, what are some of the processes you go through and things that you step in as the real estate agent and go, okay, this is how I market the house, this is how I pitch it. What are some of those processes like?
So this house will be really cool. We're gonna do a lot of befores, a lot of afters, and a lot of videos during. So whoever purchases the home is really gonna have a full picture of the transformation from start to finish. On top of that, we'll do photos, videos, virtual staging, all kinds of stuff to kind of get the property, you know, out there to the public to see that, hey, this is for sale, this is going to be available to you guys. And then a house like this in a luxury neighborhood with a luxury sized house, we're going to do a big grand opening, have everybody from the neighborhood here kind of showcase what this house is, have some snacks and some drinks, and allow everybody to walk through and kind of feel the vibe of the house and just enjoy it.
Has it been worth it so far to you to think, oh, I'm gonna do one this large again? Or are you thinking, maybe a little downscale? What are your thoughts on the future?
No, it's been really fun. Definitely gonna do some larger scale projects. A few of the neighbors have reached out to me to kind of see and do some of their projects as well. So could be a nice spot for me. Awesome.
Well, Nick, thanks so much for having us out. We appreciate you letting us do the math. And from all of us that do the math, we want to say thank you for helping us do the math and learning what do properties look like and how is math used to do those?
Yeah.
So Nick, thank you so much for having us out. We hope to see you soon.
Thank you.